Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. Today I'll be talking about Philodendron Atabapoense. It's a hard name to say, but it's a beautiful plant. You can see it has a very long and narrow leaves. It's deep green and has a red outline on the sides of the leaves, and it's very dark underneath. This is a plant that looks very beautiful. It's like you look at it and you see the majesty of it. It's a climbing plant, so you'll have to add a moss pole to it. I just got the plant, so I'm not doing anything drastically to it. I'm not repotting it. I'm not adding the moss pole. I'm just going to be cleaning it and tell you about the plant. And then after it acclimatizes to my environment, I'll be making a video on how I'm actually changing the soil, a type of soil, and the moss pole. So this plant likes indirect lights and it likes bright lights. It doesn't like to be in direct sunlight, and it doesn't like when it's the temperature goes from cold to high or high to cold. It likes to be stable. It likes also to have a pretty humid environment, so you need to aim for like 60 to 80% humidity, and the temperature in your house should be between 65 and 80, and you don't want the temperature to drop from, like, let's say it's always one temperature and then all of a sudden it drops. The plant won't do well with stress. And when you water this plant, you want to actually make sure that it's not soaked, but it likes to have a moist soil. And you want to use something like orchid bark. It likes like very airy um, soil. So you can see that when it was dirty, it looked like this, and now after I cleaned, it looks a lot more better. And I do love this plant. Well, I like all the philodendrons that look like this, like Spiritus Sancti or the Bilate. They're all beautiful, and I like the gray color that it kind of has a deep green and then some gray outline on the older leaves, but it's very deep green on the new leaves. It's like super beautiful. So we talked about the temperature. It doesn't like a sudden change in temperature. And we talked about humidity. It really likes humidity. So you have to maintain both of them. It's better to water it when the topsoil is about 1 to 2 inch dry. It likes consistent watering, so you kind of need to take note of when you water it, how long it took, like how many days in between, to make sure that your plant is happy and it doesn't develop any type of spots or maybe crispy tips. On fertilizing, this plant likes to be fertilized, but it doesn't like a strong fertilizer. So if your fertilizer says, for example, to use 1 teaspoon of fertilizer per gallon of water, you want to use 1 teaspoon per 2 gallons of water. So you kind of have to do it like twice more diluted, and you have to fertilize it when it's growing, like usually during spring and summer, and avoid it when it doesn't grow, like during the fall and especially winter times. And you have to also take care of the leaves. So if you see that your plant has developed some type of yellow leaves or sick leaves, you want to cut them off, because your plant is going to try hard to maintain those leaves healthy, and that way it's not going to give too much resources to the new leaves. So you want to help your plant to actually feel happy by promoting the energy supply to where it's needed. So the common problems with these plants are yellowing leaves, and that usually means that the plant is not having a well-drained soil. It also means that maybe you overwatered the plant, so you need to make sure that the plant is actually having a nice humid soil, but not overly um, wet. And I'll show you an example. I've got this beautiful white princess. Right now they sell them at Home Depot and it's super pretty. But when I got it home, it was like leaking, like it had a waterfall of water. And now I have it on the on my, I reversed the container that is having like these holes. So, and I put it on top so the air can actually move through and dry the soil, because if it's overly watered, it's going to cause rot, and you'll lose your leaves as well. When you see that your plant has brown tips, that means it doesn't have enough humidity, and your watering is not consistent. And as I said, this plant really loves consistency. And you'll see that if you do everything right, all your leaves will be one bigger than another. And if you don't do it right, your top leaves will start to be smaller rather than larger. For pests, you can have spider mites, aphids, and mealybugs. So you have to investigate your plant to look underneath the leaves to make sure that your plant has nothing. So to make sure that the leaves are also clean underneath, you just look for them, and if you don't see anything, then your plant is good to go. If you do, you have to take some steps to take care of it. And if you start to notice that your plant has like leggy growth, like it grows way too much distance between the leaves, you have to provide more indirect light to it. It means that it's searching for light. It doesn't have enough light, and that's why it's such a big formation between the leaves. It just wants, like, it wants to reach the light. If you want to propagate it, you usually would do it through stem cutting, and you have to do it between the nodes, and you'll have to have at least one node, and then you just put it in the water and wait for the roots. This plant had enough lights because even if I want to cut between the nodes, I wouldn't be able to. They're very close. Like I had to cut a huge piece of it. It does have aerial roots, and that's a good way also for the plant to kind of search for the environment and gather some more water or humidity from the air. So as I said, it likes stability, it likes care, and it likes when you're happy. So thank you so much for watching this video. This is a very beautiful plant. I really love all the plants that have this type of leaves. I don't know, they look majestic to me. If you have any type of questions about this plant, you can comment down below. You can tell me about your experience with your Philodendron Atabapoense. You can comment below what you know about this beautiful plant, or if you have any questions, I'll be happy to research it for you. Or maybe you can tell me about your experience of this plant. You can also feel free to subscribe, like, and share, and comment. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.